What if I told you that the version of yourself who has already accomplished everything you dream of actually exists? Quantum physics suggests this isn't just abstract. It's a physical reality in a parallel universe. It reminds me of discovering a hidden reflection in a mirror I never knew existed, suddenly revealing another dimension of possibility. In the next few minutes, I'll share the scientific framework behind accessing this parallel self, along with practical techniques that have transformed thousands of lives. This isn't manifestation or wishful thinking. This is rigorous, evidence-based methodology grounded in quantum mechanics and neuropsychology. This is the science of becoming who you're meant to be. The call to quantum adventure. What if the greatest obstacle between you and your dreams isn't time, resources, or ability, but simply your awareness of a reality that already exists? Take a moment to consider that possibility. The life you've imagined, with all its accomplishments, relationships, and fulfillment, may not be a distant fantasy requiring years of struggle to reach. Instead, it might exist right now, separated from you by nothing more than a quantum barrier of perception. You stand at a remarkable threshold today. You are a quantum explorer poised at the edge of multiple possible lives. This perspective is grounded in the fascinating frontiers of quantum physics. Every day, you navigate a world of possibilities, making choices that shape your experience. Like stepping through a portal, each decision opens certain paths while closing others. But what if those other choices, the paths not taken, continue to exist and unfold in parallel realities? What if versions of you are living those alternative storylines right now? Your current reality, with its specific challenges, limitations, and circumstances, represents one thread in a vast tapestry of potential. Think about the dreams you've set aside, the talents you haven't fully expressed, the confidence you wish you possessed. In quantum terms, those qualities are actual expressions of you already manifesting in parallel versions of reality. The you who pursued music despite doubts. The you who started that business. The you who prioritized health from a younger age. These versions exist within the quantum field of possibilities. Quantum physics has challenged our understanding of reality for decades. The classical Newtonian world of predictable, linear cause and effect has given way to a more complex picture. Scientists now seriously discuss the concept of a multiverse, a vast system of parallel realities where every possibility plays out across infinite variations. This emerges from mathematical models and experimental observations, forming the bedrock of modern quantum theory. When electrons demonstrate behaviors that can only be explained by existing in multiple states simultaneously, we glimpse a reality far more expansive than our everyday perception suggests. Consider Maria, a struggling writer who had abandoned her novel after years of rejection. One morning, while walking through a park she'd visited hundreds of times, she suddenly visualized the perfect ending to her story. The solution appeared so complete, it felt less like creation and more like discovery, as if she'd momentarily accessed a reality where she'd already finished the book. Within 3 months, she completed and sold the novel that had eluded her for years. What changed? Not her writing skills or industry connections, but her alignment with a possibility that already existed. This scientific framework offers something revolutionary for personal transformation. Traditional self-help approaches treat change as a linear process, setting goals, developing habits, overcoming obstacles through willpower. These approaches have value, but they're built on a limited understanding of reality. A quantum perspective suggests transformation isn't about becoming. It's about accessing what already is. Rather than forcing yourself to develop new traits through effort, you could tune into versions of yourself where those traits are already expressed. Have you ever felt a peculiar separation from the person you believe you could be? An invisible barrier keeping you from accessing your full potential despite your best efforts? This feeling makes sense when viewed through a quantum lens. Your intuitive sense of that ideal self may actually be a perception of a parallel version of you that already exists. The barrier isn't a lack of skill or opportunity. It's a misalignment of quantum focus. But what would happen if you could deliberately cross that threshold at will? At the heart of this perspective lies the scientific principle of quantum superposition. In the quantum world, particles exist not in definite states, but as probability waves, occupying multiple potential states simultaneously until observed. The famous Schrödinger's cat thought experiment illustrates this. The hypothetical cat in its box exists in both living and deceased states until observation collapses these possibilities into a single outcome. While humans are complex systems rather than individual particles, this principle offers a provocative model for understanding human potential. The implications for your life are profound. Your potential isn't simply a metaphorical concept. It may be a quantum reality waiting for your awareness to engage with it. Your struggles to change might stem, not from personal shortcomings, but from attempting to build something from scratch that already exists in completed form. The effective approach would be to shift your focus from creation to connection, from becoming to accessing. In the coming sections, I'll introduce a systematic method for bridging the gap between these scientific concepts and your everyday experience. The Multiverse method is a practical protocol grounded in quantum principles that helps you locate, connect with, and integrate the expressions of your parallel selves. Through techniques like potential mapping, vibrational alignment, and decision divergence, you'll learn to navigate the quantum field of your possibilities with precision. The distance between you and your desired version isn't measured in years of effort or countless steps of progress. It's measured in quantum alignment, the degree to which your consciousness is tuned to that particular frequency of experience. This alignment can shift more rapidly than traditional approaches suggest, producing changes that might otherwise seem miraculous. This perspective doesn't diminish the importance of action. Rather, action aligned with quantum principles produces greater results than action based solely on determination. When you act from alignment with your parallel self, rather than from separation, you naturally make choices that accelerate your shift toward that reality. Think about a time when you experienced a sudden breakthrough, a moment when something shifted not through gradual improvement, but through a quantum leap in perception or ability. These moments offer glimpses of quantum shifting, brief alignments with parallel versions of yourself, where those capacities are fully developed. The method I'll share helps you make these shifts deliberate and sustainable rather than random and temporary.